I took it upon myself to begin this committee as a chair, and our purpose really is to help promote the idea of recycling on campus.
First thing the recycling committee does is actually try to make recycling on campus possible.
We meet several times in the semester, and we make decisions about what we want to undertake.
A lot of it's sharing ideas, it's promoting new initiatives that are taking place on campus.
We've worked a lot with the students, with Sodexo, and with the campus at large to really help people to understand the things that we can simply do to make a big difference. We've lived a very long time in a culture of affluence and opulence where we'll just throw it away, we'll get another one. And I think we're getting to the point where the earth is maybe getting a little tired and worn out. We are running out of some resources.
I think our society kind of perpetuates this idea of like consumerism, so recycling is sort of the last thing that we can do to help the situation.
If we can recycle what's already being used and reconditioned, hence less impact on our earth to draw on these natural resources.
Reduce, quite simply, is just to not use as much as you normally are using.
Reducing, I think, has a lot to do with what we originally purchase. Many times we buy things that we don't really need.
I think reduction is the most important part of the reduce, reuse, recycle slogan, and I think that's just a conscious decrease in like a purchasing or amassing of stuff, just to avoid buying things you don't need or just things that are wasteful purchases.
Reduce means abstaining from using products that you're going to have to throw away or even recycle. I carry around an Algene bottle that I refill as needed. That saves me from buying bottles that then have to be recycled and even produced. So I think about the entire cycle of a product. It's the extraction of resources necessary to make that product, the making of that product, the shipping of that product, the storing of that product, the selling of that product, and then in its ultimate, being discarded or recycled.
When you think of the word reduce, what I'm trying to do in my role here at the college as part of our sustainability efforts and recycling efforts is really get individuals to think about reducing their consumption. Now that could relate to a host of things. So for example, you think of the word reduce as it relates to one's food intake. So for example, a student who eats in our resident dining program, maybe they would take less food. It's very easy to eat with your eyes, that's what's most appealing. So the tendency is to take a lot more and end up really discarding some more that you've taken. So the idea of reducing in terms of the quantity of food might be one example. Word reuse, also encouraging individuals to think about whatever it is you own. Is it something that you can in fact reuse again personally or maybe pass on to someone else?
Really to think about, is this done? Is this product done? Is there anything else that can be done with it? Even just giving things away when you're done with them allows them to be not put in a landfill.
Little things that you can change in your daily lifestyle in order to decrease the waste, I think that would be, an example of reusing something that you're going to waste on a daily basis.
Say at practice with when they do their water breaks, instead of having the multitude of the plastic cups, they're using water bottles. So as they go back and they take the first break, the second break, etc., they're all using, each player is using the same bottle instead of a cup each time.
We haven't been able to successfully reduce your consumption or change your daily habits to reuse things that usually waste, recycling is kind of the last option, I believe, and that just ensures that items won't end up in landfills, amassing for years and polluting water and air, and instead at least will be turned into something, either the same object, like a plastic bottle turned into plastic, or paper turned into newspapers. So it kind of guarantees that the objects will kind of be recycled and their energy reused.
Well, recycling, as many of our products are things that can be used again in maybe a different form.
Recycle just to use the same resource more times than once, many times, as many times as you could possibly use it.
In the best of possible worlds, a green campus is a campus that is addressing the issue of sustainability in their operations. So whether they use pesticides or not, how they get their energy, how much conservation they do, how much consciousness there is in the amount of printing that goes on. So any kind of changes that a campus can make in the way it functions.
The green campus is a community of people that are educated about and sensitive to living a more sustainable, greener lifestyle. So less of an impact. We hear the term carbon footprint. What is our impact, our footprint to the environment? And so if we live a greener lifestyle, we have less of a carbon footprint, we're consuming less, we're reusing, reducing, recycling.
The dorms can be sustainable, the dining halls can, and also that the instructors certainly do things in the most sustainable way.
I think a green campus is sort of entirely motivated to assume the responsibility for the planet, and I think that has to happen on a student and faculty level. And I think it'll be a while before we achieve like such a huge effort here on campus, but I think it definitely has the potential, and I think people are becoming more aware, and it has to happen in the cafeteria and every place that you can purchase something on campus. It just has to be like really ingrained in the mindset of everything going on here.
We would hope to encourage faculty to speak with their students about even something as basic as turning in papers for the class and encouraging faculty to accept double-sided printing. We try to encourage our faculty to post a lot of the information for the course online and remind students that they don't have to print everything.
They're replacing the garbage bins that we have in the Can Center. So really offering the opportunity that every time you're throwing something out, there's a recycling container right next to it.
I think we also need to incorporate sustainability into the curriculum. The environmental issues facing us today are not going to be solved unless all disciplines participate in the discussion.
If we had a campus-wide filtration system where students weren't buying bottled water, that would reduce the amount tremendously. Also, campus gives away, often they give away the reusable cups, coffee cups, and they will refill bottles, water bottles, for free. The printers in the library and in Donley do double printing automatically. And if students would do that, that would cut down on half the paper we use.
It would be good to have a huge student movement on campus so that we can be like the other colleges that have sort of environmental sustainability associated with their names.
Just please come to the meetings, or ask, if you can't come to the meetings, ask for the notes to be sent to you so you know what initiatives we're working on, what programs we have.
Various events that we're hosting will call attention to the activities and the programs that we're implementing. And students can come talk to us directly and say I want to be involved.
Contact Steve Sansola. He's a huge proponent of student welfare here on campus, which includes sustainability. Start attending the meetings, coming to the events. I think that would be the best way to get involved.
As the recycling committee is promoting the efforts and the new initiatives, is really, we're hoping that the students and faculty and the rest of the Marist campus embrace them and practice them on their own level.
It's not easy. You know, it requires work. It requires a shift in how one approaches and thinks about things. But it's the right thing to do.
I hope that I can inspire people to realize that we need everybody to participate in figuring out how we can do things differently, so we're not exhausting our resources, so we're not polluting the planet, you know, and we're not creating the extinction of more and more species. And it's for all the beings who live on the planet, you know, including us.
R-E-C-Y-C-L-E, recycle. C-O-N-S-E-R-V-E, conserve. Don't you P-O-L-L-U-T-E, pollute the river, sky, or sea, or else you're gonna get what you deserve. The ozone is in horrible condition from fluorocarbons in our atmosphere. They are too small to be seen by normal vision,
but there's getting to be more of us each year.
We come from a variety of places, like styrofoam containers and aerosol cans. We love to eat the ozone, it's our favorite dessert.
And if you don't have an ozone, then the sun can really hurt.
You must admit we make a lot of garbage. This dump is filled up way above the brim.
If we don't make an effort to recycle, the future could be looking mighty grim. Look, it's the Grim Recycler! No autographs, please. Someone's cutting down the O-Town forest. It's not enough to sit around and grieve. If we don't protect our flora and our fauna,
then we won't have the oxygen to breathe.
R-E-C-Y-C-L-E, recycle.
Recycle.
C-O-N-S-E-R-V-E, conserve.
Conserve.
Don't you P-O-L-L-U-T-E, pollute the river, sky, or sea,
or else we're gonna get